Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I know I'm doing something completely different than I normally do, but I think today is a special occasion, I think. So I want to kind of do something outside the norm of what I usually do here on the channel. I don't know how it's going to go, to be honest with you. I don't know how many of my subscribers are wrestling fans or used to be wrestling fans. So I don't know how this live stream is going to go. I've just got done watching the first ever AEW live event on TNT, and so yeah, I see a lot of people asking me, like, I didn't know you watch AEW, I didn't know you watch wrestling. So I used to be a big wrestling fan since I was 14. Massive wrestling fan, but the problem is, ever since WCW went under, there really hasn't been good wrestling. I thought the Monday Night Wars is really what made wrestling popular in the late 90s, early 2000s, and when WCW Nitro and WCW just closed down, WWE was the only game in town. So they were able to put out whatever kind of bullshit crap that Vince McMahon wanted to put out, and you either watch it or you didn't. I got to the point where I stopped watching. I stopped watching it for years. And then when CM Punk got there, I started watching it because I really liked CM Punk. And then when they kind of screwed over CM Punk and CM Punk left, I kind of got out of wrestling. I was done with it. I was a massive TNA fan for the longest time. I live right over here by Orlando, so I was always going to Universal watching the live events. But then when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff got mixed in with TNA went under. TNA just, it wasn't the same show as it was. So it's been years. It's been like 8 years since I watched wrestling. And AEW. For AEW, Cody, and there's a lot of things going on. I'm going to talk about the show. I'm going to talk about things. This is the first wrestling thing I've watched in probably about 5 years. I mean, every once in a while, I'll click on a video on YouTube, but sitting down and watching an event like this is probably the first one I've watched in at least 5 or 6 years, only because wrestling has been crap. Vince McMahon doesn't know what he's doing. He's so out of touch. Whoa, big, we got a super chat coming in from Zouder Striker, right? AEW, your new home for pro wrestling. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. That's, I'm going to talk a lot about that. But yeah, like I said, this is the first event I've watched in at least 5 or 6 years, just because wrestling hasn't been good. Like I said, I used to go to TNA all the time back when TNA used to be good, before Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan pretty much bastardized TNA. I'm a massive fan of AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Robert Roode, Motor City Machine Guns, all those. And WWE kind of makes them all crappy. Like, you guys look at AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, you think that's good? Go look at Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels. Look up that match. That's a match. Vince McMahon don't know how to utilize the talent that he has. Just for instance, I never thought in a million years I would be excited to see Jack Swagger show up. And like, I'm sitting here watching, I'm like, that's fucking Jack Swagger. Who the fuck would ever think that like I would care about Jack Swagger? I used to make fun of Jack Swagger in WWE. Jack Swagger shows up and fucking dominates at the end of this event, and I'm like, holy shit, Jack Swagger. Another super chat comes in from Daniel C. We the People. That's right, the All-American American. Yeah, so it was a pretty exciting event overall. I don't know how old the people watching this stream is. I'm 35, gonna be 35. I was there the final night of WCW Nitro. I was there when it was the final night of wrestling on TNT. I was there that night. I remember that night. I remember exactly where I was, what I was doing, and how I was feeling when that night happened. So I was there. So when Cody Rhodes and Tony Schiavone, man. Tony Schiavone. Never did I ever think I would see Tony Schiavone and JR, doing this. I did kind of get like a little bit of goosebumps when Cody Rhodes was with Tony Schiavone's like, look at where we're at. Back in 2001, WCW closed, So it was a historical night. The matches I thought were phenomenal. I thought the second match was the only botched match, but the match up into the botch was pretty solid. NXT, I'm sorry, I don't want to do anything with WWE. I know there's a huge fan base for NXT. I'm not giving any of my money to WWE. I don't like WWE. WWE Until Vince McMahon passes away, I will not watch WWE. WWE is a bullshit show. They take great wrestlers like AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. They fuck over people like Dolph Ziggler, CM Punk. I mean, don't you think it's kind of bad that we're in the year 2019 and we're just now getting a black World Heavyweight Champion, a black WWE champion? Don't you? And don't give me the Booker T thing. Because Booker T was the WCW champion, then we were the World Heavyweight champion. He was never the WWE champion. Right? Vince McMahon doesn't know how to run shit. You know? So don't even give me that shit. Okay? I refuse to watch WWE until Triple H completely takes over. Until Vince McMahon is completely gone, I will not watch WWE. And that goes for NXT. I am perfectly content in watching AEW. AEW, tonight's matches, you know, were great. The Cody Rhodes match versus the little panda fucker was a good, solid match. Then the second match was really good too until Homeboy botched it on the top turnbuckle. Then we had the I'm trying to remember all the matches, and you know, the women's match was phenomenal. I thought for sure that Nyla was going to win the title. I was going for Rio, but I thought for sure Nyla was going to win the title. And they sure enough gave the title to Rio, which I'm like, oh, I give props for that. You know, if that was Vince McMahon, automatically give it to the bigger person. Vince McMahon doesn't care about anything. He was the bigger person. Booker T was the World Heavyweight Champion in WWE. He was not the WWE Champion. That does not count. There was never a black WWE Champion until oh my God, Homeboy, that's how long it's been since I watched WWE. The one who used to be Jamaican and wasn't really even Jamaican. Oh my God, I got his name at the tip of my tongue. Man. I don't want to see the chat. I know what it is. Kofi Kingston. The Rock is half black. That doesn't count. I'm talking about full-on American black, man. Full black, man. Full brother from, full brother. All right? WWE is racist. It is what it is. Vince McMahon doesn't care about black people. He doesn't care about, skinny people. He wants these big, jacked up white dudes like Brock Lesnar to run roughshod on everything. So, yeah, don't even get me started on that. But let's stop talking about WWE sorry ass, okay? Let's stop talking about WWE sorry ass. You know why? Because we need to talk about AEW. Because AEW went out there, guess what? Had a great sold house show. It was a great show. You have people like Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross, basically, doing the commentating in this match. You had Earl Hebner there refereeing. You had a female referee. I was like, oh my God, they got a female referee. And they didn't treat her like a female referee. They let her be a referee. So I thought that was good. The women's title match, like I was saying, that match was just awesome. That match was so good. The Young Bucks, man, the Young Bucks match at the end was fantastic. Thanks, Jim Havoc. The Young Bucks, man. Now, if you guys haven't seen anything with Young Bucks, man, look up Young Bucks versus Motor City Machine Guns. Okay, I was there when Motor City fought. TNA 2005 was lit. That was when I was into wrestling, when I was going to the shows, And then when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff showed up, fucking TNA went down the fucking shitter. But look up Young Bucks versus the Motor City Machine Guns, man. Fucking amazing matches. And they put on one hell of a match tonight, man. They put on a hell of a match. Then you had Dean Ambrose. It's gonna take me a second to get to know these new people's name. I forgot what Dean Ambrose's new wrestling name is. John something. And then he fucking slams Homeboy into a fucking glass table, man. Like, I know his back didn't hit it, but his fucking shoulders and fucking upper head, man, was slammed right into it. Yeah, man, I used to be on TNA all the time. You go back and watch some pay-per-views and some matches, you'll see me in the crowd. I remember I had my ECW title, and Devon took my fucking ECW title and used it on, I forgot who he used it on. But, I still got that DVD on, that pay-per-view on DVD, so yeah. So I'm not even gonna mess with you tonight, Legendary. You can just go somewhere. John Moxley. So, yeah, I was really surprised by the show. It turned out so much better. The ending of the show was like classic wrestling that I liked in the 90s, where all hell breaks loose and you don't know what's happening. It's like, Chris Jericho comes in, and I knew Cody Rhodes was going to come out. Anybody who ever watched, I'm more of a Velvet Sky fan. But anybody who knew anybody knew that Cody Rhodes was going to show up at the end. And then Cody Rhodes starts getting his ass kicked, and here comes Dusty Rhodes, or Dustin Rhodes. And Jack Swagger showing up, I just thought, oh my God, man. I was like, oh my God. Never that I thought I was going to be cheering for Jack Swagger to show up. So that was actually insane. I thought the Young Bucks did a fantastic job. The Latinos, I don't know who their name is. I don't even know who the fuck their name is. The one guy, he looks like he has some kind of like spasms, man. He just but yeah, so Jeff covering who never thought I'd cover wrestling on this fucking channel, man. I'll tell you what. So I just kind of wanted to get on here, kind of talk with everybody about the event. If you're super young, you don't understand the specialness of this event. There hasn't been wrestling on TNT since WCW went under. That was a long time ago. People that the Monday Night Wars was very, very special. The Monday Night Wars is what everybody talked about on Tuesday. If you didn't watch Monday Night, you wrestling on Monday night, you had nothing to talk about in school on Tuesday. And to see, Cody Rhodes and all these legendary people like Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, Earl Hebner, Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, seeing all these people back on TNT wrestling, it was insane, man. It was insane. Deuces Wild coming in with a super chat. Love the content. Keep up the good work, Storms. Thank you so much. Deuces Wild, man. I appreciate it. I will say this. The one thing that I was hoping they were going to do, but they didn't do, in the women's match, I was really hoping that Awesome Kong would have came out. I would really, because I know Awesome Kong is on the roster. I would really like to see Awesome Kong come out. Like I said, I was a massive TNA fan, and Awesome Kong was, awesome in TNA, and then she went over to WWE, and surprise, WWE fucked that shit up. But I really wanted to see Awesome Kong come out and do something in that match. Cody Rhodes' wife, Jesus Christ, man. How the hell that guy got that is beyond me. I just gotta say that right out the gate. Bravo to that man. Bravo to Cody Rhodes, man. That's all I gotta say. And Cody Rhodes was another one from WWE who I felt was completely misutilized. You go back and you look at the history of WWE and look at the great stars that they had that they just didn't know how to run with. Like Dolph Ziggler should have been champion 5 times over. Dolph Ziggler should have been the new Shawn Michaels. Cody Rhodes was a great Intercontinental champion, but they never did anything with him. MVP. Look at MVP. They didn't do anything with MVP. There's some great wrestlers in there that, they just didn't do anything with. And you look what they did with Samoa Joe and so on now. This ain't going to be a WWE rant. It's just, I'm just kind of over the WWE thing. It's good to finally get wrestling back, and to be honest with you, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I hope this lights a fire under Vince's ass and he starts doing something. Because I'm tired of seeing these jacked up fucking meathead motherfuckers be champions. No offense to Seth Rollins or nothing, but come on, man. You got AJ fucking Styles, Samoa Joe, Robert Roode. Put the strap on him. Kofi Kingston should have been champion 5 fucking years ago. So, this is it's fucking bullshit. It really is, man. It's bullshit. And it's good to see some good wrestling. Another match that I really liked that I completely forgot about until just now was the Neville match. The dude who used to be on NXT, the dude with the fucking giant ears, man. That match was a fucking pretty decent match. That was a straight up wrestling match. And I was like, oh man, this is a pretty good. All the matches were straight up wrestling matches is what I liked. To me, I think the women's match kind of stole the show. To me, 3 matches stood out. The women's match, the opening match with Cody Rhodes and the Panda motherfucker, and the last match. The last match stand out when the Young Bucks were able to do what Young Bucks do. The Young Bucks are good. Okay? I'm telling you guys, right now, after you get done watching this, go go to YouTube and type in Young Bucks versus Motor City Machine Guns. You will not see a better tag team wrestling match. You just won't. Like Young Bucks went against, Beer Money, the Dudley Boys, Motor City Machine Guns. Like there's some good tag teams there. We got to see Chris. What's his name? Christopher Daniels. We got to see Christopher Daniels. We got to see, Frankie. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna do. I like the luchadors that they came out. I thought that was cool. I can't wait to see what they're doing, and I think they're building up this pay-per-view pretty good. Like, full disclosure, guys, I'm not ordering a pay-per-view. This is the first wrestling event I've watched in like 5-6 years. I'm not rushing out to get a pay-per-view event anytime soon. But I'm definitely intrigued to be glued to the TV from 8 to 10 on Wednesdays. I wasn't going to watch it tonight. I really wasn't. I had it set to record. I was going to watch it like tomorrow or something. And then I started watching the pre-show, and then I'm like, all right, I'm in. I want to see what's going to go on. And yeah, I was entertained. Besides the odd placement of commercials, I was really entertained throughout the show. And I'll start taking some questions. You guys want to fire in some questions? We can talk about the event. I'm actually surprised I got 70 people watching me talk about wrestling. I didn't think anybody on here cared about wrestling. But hey, maybe this will be a new Wednesday night staple on the channel. God knows I need more content here. So, yeah. And let me just say, it felt great hearing JR commentate again, man. It felt great seeing JR commentate again. It felt great seeing Earl Hebner, man. Tony Schiavone, man. I haven't seen Tony Schiavone in years, man. Years. But yeah, man, this is crazy, man. I don't have a Fire Stick and I don't do illegal streaming, man. I don't do that. Rob, what do you think of MJF? I don't know who MJF is, man. I literally just started watching this, man. I don't know everybody's name right away. AEW has the best tag team division in the world. Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of good wrestlers in their tag team division. I remember when TNA had a great tag team division. Those were before the dark times. Those were before Hulk Hogan. But yeah, I really want to see them kind of build upon their tag team division, though. There's a lot of good tag team talent out there that I think they can do with. I think they can do good stuff with. Jack Swagger, by bringing Jack Swagger in, I think that automatically makes the world title shot or picture more intriguing, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, I don't know how big their roster is. I'm looking at it. You got Kenny Omega, who I think this is the first time I've ever seen Kenny Omega. I think he's a fantastic wrestler. You have Chris Jericho, Cody Rhodes. I'm trying to think of who else is in that title picture. And now you kind of add Jack Swagger in there. And I think Jack Swagger is someone I can see them putting the strap on, and I think it makes sense. And I was really surprised with the addition of Jack Swagger. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was just crazy. Whoa, we got a big super chat coming in from Nathaniel. If I knew you were a wrestling fan, I would have subbed a long time ago. You should also watch SmackDown this Friday and NXT. I'm not watching anything WWE related, man. I kind of gave a brief synopsis of my wrestling history. Used to be massive wrestling fan, man. You're talking about a guy who used to do backyard wrestling because I was fucking stupid. Massive wrestling fan. Used to go to all the TNA shows. What's up, Christopher? Like, if you go on my Facebook, you can see, like, pictures of me. I got pictures with Jeff Hardy, Devon, Bubba Ray, Mick Foley, like, AJ Styles, like, everybody. I got pictures with everybody, man. Massive wrestling fan. But WWE, man, when they bought WCW, WWE didn't care anymore. And WWE still doesn't care. They still don't care. I don't care what they're trying to do. They still do not care, man. That's just the facts, man. And I know a lot of people are like, you like NXT. I tried. I signed up for the WWE Network when it first came out. I watched the NXT. I couldn't get into it, man, because at the end of the day, NXT is just the breeding ground for WWE. So you're going to get attached to all these NXT characters, and then when they get moved up, they're going to get buried. WWE's going to bury them. That's what Vince does. That's what Vince does. Why would I watch something and get attached to these wrestlers and then they go over there and then they get buried by Vince McMahon? Because Vince McMahon has this stupid idea of the champion needs to be like this 6'5", 250-pound white Caucasian jackass. You know? Like, why? Why? You know, I want to go back to the days of, you know, The Rock versus Austin, Shawn Michaels, you know, like all that shit, man. And now you got fucking, there's no reason why Samoa Joe shouldn't have that title yet. No reason why WWE shouldn't have that title on Samoa Joe yet. No reason. No reason why Robert Roode ain't walking around with that title. You know, there's no reason why CM Punk didn't main event a WrestleMania. There's no reason. You know, and yeah, I'm just over WWE, and I refuse to watch anything WWE. When Vince McMahon either steps down, gives the full creative over to Triple H, or AEW lights a fire under their ass, then maybe I'll give WWE another shot. But right now, it's like, why? Why would I watch something I'm not gonna like? My viewing time is very limited. I don't have a lot of hours in the week to watch a lot of content. You know. And to be honest with you, why would I even waste my time watching WWE when I'm going to criticize everything that they're going to do? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that. I don't have time for that. I'd rather just sit down for a nice 2 hours. And I thought the show was 2 hours. 2 hours was the perfect time. The perfect time. Because I'm sitting here and watching at 8. A couple matches go down. I'm like, oh, shit, it's 9 o'clock. They still got 3 matches left. How are they going to fit this in? And the event flew by. Where, like, WWE, I don't have 3 hours to sit there. You know, that was one of my criticisms for Nitro when WCW had Nitro. It was like, I don't have 3 hours to watch Nitro. You know? Luckily for me, I was flipping back and forth from USA to TNT, so I was watching Nitro Raw, Nitro Raw, Nitro Raw. But, yeah, so, yeah, so that's just sort of my feelings on it. I'm not watching WWE anytime soon. AEW is enough for me. AEW was like the number one thing trending on Twitter. And, yeah, so, I mean, I thought it was a phenomenal show. I really did. I thought it was a phenomenal show. I think they were cutting edge on a lot of things. The fact that they have a female referee, I thought was tremendous. I was like, way to go, WWE. That was a good move, man. That was a really good move. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, be sure to fire them in, man. Fire them fucking questions in. I'm pretty sure you guys have some stuff you want to ask. We can fire in anything. Wrestling talk without Joel and Ricardo? Let's see how this goes. If this goes really well, this stream might make it a Wednesday thing. I might get a hold of Ricardo and see Ricardo's up for it. You know, Joel's a WWE fanboy, so I'm not even going to try to get a hold of Joel. But, and this was sort of like a spare of a moment thing. I wasn't planning on, you know, streaming about wrestling. I watched the show. I was like, man, you know what? I kind of have something I want to say about this. And I wouldn't do a whole video on it. So I figured, I would just, you know, sit back and do a stream thinking I was going to get like 10 people watching. I had 70 at one point. So apparently I got a little bit of people who watch wrestling on my channel. So yeah. What should be the name of the new AEW mid-card title? Go simple. Go US title, Intercontinental title, Cruiserweight title. But I would go simple. I would just go, hell, you can go the ECW route. The ECW only had 3 titles. ECW had the ECW title, the TV title, and the tag team titles. That was it. That was only 3 titles. So if you want to just, if you don't want to use the USA title, or United States title, or the Intercontinental title, just simply call it the television title. You have your world title, your television title, your women's title, and your tag team title. That's all you really need. That's all you really need. And I want to see them do something. But they do need a mid-card title. I agree with that. They do need a mid-card title because when I was watching it tonight, I looked at Autumn. I was like, so they got the world title, they got the women's title, and that's it. And then I was like, well, they got the tag titles, but they're doing a tournament. I'm like, gotcha. I'm like, but they do need another title, and I would definitely go with the TV title because TV titles are awesome. I love the TV title. Booker T, my favorite television champion of all time, was Booker T on WCW. Rob Van Dam held the television title on ECW for almost 2 years. So I think the TV title is special. You don't need a hardcore title too. That's that fucking gimmick shit. I don't want gimmick shit. This show is really priding itself on trying to be more sports-like than entertainment. Where WWE is trying to go for strictly entertainment, this is really trying to stick more sports-like, where wins and losses actually count. They're actually going to cover the records. Like, they're going to say, like, Cody Rhodes coming in at 2-1, and, you know, John Moxley coming in at 0-3 or something like that. They're actually going to keep track of their records, which I like. So it's going to make these titles mean something. You know, it's not going to be like Daniel Bryan coming in the ring for one night going, hey, you know what? I want a title shot. And Vince McMahon's like, no chance in hell. And then some other, whoever the commissioner is that month, comes in and like, Daniel Bryan, you're getting a title shot tonight against Seth Rollins. It's like stupid. They just come up with their own shit on, you know. They just come up with their own shit on WWE. It's like they don't go by wins and losses. You could lose like 5 months straight, come in, and next you know, they're like, you know what? We want to push this guy. We're going to give him a title shot tonight. He hasn't won a match in 3 months. I don't care. We're starting to push him tonight. So I like that idea. I like the fact that they're going to have records. The titles are going to mean something. Give us the television title. I want to see the television title. I really wish the women's title looked better. I did not like that women's title at all. But the match was awesome. I really liked the match. The match was awesome. WWE is at its absolute lowest rating. You know why? Because it sucks, man. It fucking sucks. We got a big super chat coming in from Dane Insane. He said, you just know someone who has never watched any wrestling is going to find out Nyla Rose is transgender and start screaming that wrestling is I can't even pronounce that word. Transphobic because she lost. You know what? That's I got to be honest with you, man. That's what surprised me about the match. Because I was going into this match, right, and I'm like, you know, I was going for Rio, okay? Or her name is, Riho. I was going for her because I like Asian girls. I think Asian girls are hot, right? And I was like, well, I'm going to go for her not just because she's hot, but it's sort of like this underdog story. You know, David versus Goliath. This little girl weighs like 90 pounds going up against this 200-pound behemoth, right? And I'm like, I know full well that Nyla Rose is going to win the title. I messaged my brother. I'm like, I'm going for the Asian girl, but Nyla Rose is going to win the title. And he's like, yeah, me too. I feel the same way, and it's going to happen, right? And I'm like, there's no way they're going to let her win. One, she's much bigger than her, and two, she's transgender. If she loses the match, they're going to be like, well, she lost because they don't want to give the transgender the title. And I was really worried that they were going to do that. And I was over the moon when they decide to put the strap on Riho because it shows that they're not handcuffed to being politically correct to shit. If that was Vince McMahon, WWE, like, well, we can't have backlash, we got to do this. You know, first of all, they wouldn't have a transgender woman wrestling in the WWE in the women's division. They wouldn't have a female referee in the WWE. So, that really shocked me, man. It really did. And I think that's what made the match even better, man. It really did. It was like, because the whole time I was expecting, you know, this is where she's going to turn it around and she's going to take the match. This is where she's going to take the match, right? Because if it was WWE, that's what would happen. The big people always win. There's a couple rare occasions that the underdogs win, the little guy wins. You know, Daniel Bryan, Chris Jericho. Every once in a while it happens, but mostly WWE works with a formula. And I was so happy that the people behind the scenes, Cody Rhodes, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, the people that were running the show behind the scenes were like, no, we're going to give it to her. We're going to give it to her. And it's also good because she's an Asian girl. You know? So, you know, it's not like they give it to like an all-American white chick. You know, they gave it to the Asian girl. I would have loved to see Awesome Kong come out at the end, but, you know, let her have her time to shine. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed that match. That was one of my 3 favorite matches of the night. what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Yeah, they're not handcuffed. Blah blah blah. WWE sucks. Did I mention WWE sucked? And let's not fool you. Vince is scared. That's why he put NXT on Wednesdays. NXT was never on TV. Well, I think it was on TV at one point, right? Like I think it was. And then they're like, oh, we're gonna put it on next to AEW. People are stupid, man. People are stupid. So thank you so much, Dane is saying. Thank you so much for that super chat, man. I appreciate that, buddy. What else was I gonna say, man? I was gonna say a bunch of stuff, and I had stuff in my mind, and it just completely blanked on me. Oh man. Yeah, it was never on TV. That's what I thought. I was pretty sure it was never on TV. No, they're not gonna do the NWO angle, man. They're not gonna do that. That's when the fall of TNA happened. When they tried to do the Immortals, man, when Hulk Hogan came and tried to repeat the same shit. Cody Rhodes is smart, man. Cody Rhodes is smart. He knows what he's doing. You know? He knows what he's doing. Look at his wife, man. Look at his wife. Vince is about money, son. Well, Vince is going to be out again, man. He's going to be out again because already AEW was the number 1 and number 3 most trended on Twitter, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's got me excited. It feels like wrestling's back, you know. And, yeah, I was just excited about that. It was just exciting. It was exciting to sit down watching a wrestling event, you know, and actually be like, "Oh, this is good, man. This is good." But yeah, it was a good match. It was good matches. That guy that wrestles with his hands in his pocket is awesome. I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about, D. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about, D. Dude, I'm just going to answer your question because I think you asked it like 5 million times. Do you like Jon Moxley? I am not the biggest fan of Dean Ambrose. Out of But out of the original Shield members, Seth Rollins was my favorite out of those 3. So it was really good to see. It was good to see him on there. But I was never a major fan of his character. So I mean, it was nice to see him on there. I'm just not a major fan of his character. That's all really. NXT was on USA Network one time. I'm sorry about the hiccup, man. I don't know why the internet dropped from me, man. They were like, "You're bad mouthing WWE." Vince McMahon pulled my internet from me. Vince McMahon like, nope. Check out this link. Don't put no links in here. Don't put any links in here, man. We don't do links in here. Oh, man, why is this internet drop? I don't know why the internet keeps dropping. I don't know why the internet's dropping. It's acting stupid tonight. I don't know, man. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's good. Oh, my God. I have no idea what's going on with the internet, man. I don't. Sometimes, I get bad connections like this. It's crazy. It's stupid. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of Jon Moxley's character or Dean Ambrose. I'm gonna call him Dean Ambrose for a while now. Just because that's what I know him as, Dean Ambrose. Eventually, I'll start, calling him John Moxley. But yeah, like Matt said here, that WWE didn't use him right either. So WWE doesn't really use anybody right. So I mean, I like what I saw from AEW so far. Yeah, me too, man. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, man. It got me looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen next week. I liked how it kind of left off with a cliffhanger, and yeah. So I want to see where it goes. People are hungry for alternative WWE. People's been hungry for an alternative WWE. People are tired of WWE. People watch WWE even though they don't like what WWE is doing. And I don't think they understand that by constantly watching WWE, even though you don't like what they're doing, you're giving them ratings, which in turn tell them to keep doing what they're doing. Like when I gave up on WWE, when CM Punk left, I stopped watching. I'm like, I don't like what I see. I'm not going to constantly watch WWE, and give them ratings when I don't like what I see. I have friends who go to WrestleMania all the time. They're like, hey, Rob, WrestleMania's in Tampa this year. You want to go? No, I don't. No, I do not. But it's WrestleMania, man. It's like a once in a lifetime. No, I don't care. What's up, Christopher? Welcome back. I'm like, I don't care. I don't like the product. I'm not going to go give WWE $50, $60, almost to $100 a ticket. No, hell no. WWE needs to pay me to watch their shit. I can't even tell you the last time I talked about WWE in a live stream. WWE needs to pay me, man. I shouldn't have to give WWE money. And it's funny because my one friend had WWE Network. And this is when I found out AJ Styles won the title. I'm a massive AJ Styles fan. I was like, well, I'm going to give this a try. So I went on WWE Network. I clicked play, watched it for 5 minutes, and I was like, nope. And I deleted that shit. It's like, no, man. I'm chill. Fuck it. 2 tears in a bucket. Just oh man. I just don't care, man. I don't care. WWE is all about, this kiddie shit, man. And you can only watch for so much, You can only watch for so much. If you don't like the product, don't watch the product. If you constantly give them ratings, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. That's why Vince has done what he's done for so long. He bought all the competition. People are still watching the shit. And if you stop watching it, guess what? WWE Network is working for the old shit. Fuck that shit, man. I already seen the old shit. I don't need to rewatch the same old shit every day. I'm not going to sit there and keep spending, what was it, $10, $15 a month to watch shit I already seen a million times? Like, I seen that shit. I want new shit. I don't want to see that old shit. I already saw that shit. There's only so many times I can watch Kane versus The Undertaker. There's only so many times I can see Mick Foley getting thrown off the Hell in a Cell. There's only so many times I can watch this Stone Cold beat The Rock at WrestleMania. Fuck that, man. Give me some new moments. Give me some new shit. It's hard to explain, man. It really is. It's hard to explain. Yet you want to watch Drive Angry 500 times. First of all, there's 2 things about that. One, I didn't watch Drive Angry 500 times. I think I maybe watched Drive Angry maybe 10 times. And the last time I watched it was like about a year and a half ago. And secondly, Amber Heard's in it. Okay, does WWE have Amber Heard? Does WWE have Amber Heard? Does WWE even have anybody that even looks like Amber Heard? Hell no. Rob, you talking about WWE? I was leaving work. What's the conversation? Well, we're talking about AEW because tonight was AEW's first event, on TNT. And I'm just kind of talking about how I stopped watching wrestling because WWE sucks dick. And I was like, AEW looks pretty good, man. What rating would I give AEW from 1 out of 10? I give it a solid 8. Man. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it, man. I'm still getting used to all these new wrestlers. The ones I know was great, and then I'm trying to get used to these newer wrestlers. Like, I'm trying to get used to, like, this Kenny Omega. I don't know much about him, I like Alexa Bliss. She's not an Amber Heard. She's nowhere. Like, she couldn't even wear. I don't know what's going on with this stream, man. I don't know what's going on. All shows have commercials, though. All shows have commercials. At least they were able to play the match through some of the commercials, so you weren't really missing too much. At least we had that. But yeah, man, it was pretty good. I never heard of AEW either. Yeah, AEW just started like a few months ago, and they got a television. I'm sorry about the internet, guys. I don't know what's going on, man. This thing is just being stupid, man. This is just, the internet's being stupid. If it continues to do it, I'm just gonna end it for the night. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to get on here and kind of talk for a while without being interrupted. But this damn thing just keeps dropping tonight, man. The lag is real tonight. I don't know what the deal is. Some nights I don't have any problem. Tonight that thing keeps going in and out. It's insane. I just rebooted the whole thing. Hopefully that works. If it continues, I'm gonna have to probably end the stream, and then I'm probably gonna just play some Dragon Quest for a while. But yeah, it's. I love the show. I really did. I love the show. Leave this shit on so real channels, please. What? I don't even know what the hell you just said, son. McDonald's Wi-Fi. It's about as bad as McDonald's Wi-Fi, man. I tell you. It's bad, man. It's bad. I'm telling you, it's just Vince McMahon trying to interrupt my whole stream here. Vince McMahon's like, oh, fuck no, he's not talking about AEW. See, it started doing it again, man. It started doing it again. No matter what I do, it's doing it, man. But yeah, man. So I really don't have anything else to say about the event. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, you know, go ahead and leave your questions. I'll try to get to them. I'm going to have to probably end the stream here in a few minutes because this internet's just really bad tonight. It's really, really bad tonight. Oh, wow. What? I don't know what's going on. There are trolls from another channel on your stream. There's trolls on my stream all the time. The Joker tomorrow night. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm going to a 4 o'clock showing tomorrow. Me and Adam's going to a 4 o'clock showing. However, we won't be able to do a review together, and I won't be able to live stream a review together tomorrow because we're going to see a Universal at 4 o'clock, and we're going straight to Halloween Horror Nights. I got my Halloween Horror Nights shirt in right now. I'm trying to break it in and get it more comfortable for tomorrow night. So we're going straight from the Joker to Halloween Horror Night. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a solo review. So yeah, I know. Trust me, dude. I'm upset too because that was my money making day. That was the day I knew I could get on here with Adam. We could shoot the shit, and I can get a lot of super chats. And it was my money making day. But unfortunately, you know, sometimes you just kind of, it ain't about money. It's about having fun. I was like, you know what? I'll take a cut on that and go have fun at Halloween Horror Nights. So yeah, no problem with me. I mean, I'll be able to review it the next day anyway, so I'm good with that. What do I have against Vince McMahon? Everything. I have everything against Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is an old geezer who doesn't know anything about wrestling. He's out of touch with people. He's too busy fucking trying to do an XFL to try to get his fucking company straight. He's fucking racist. Takes him fucking to 2019 to have a fucking black WWE champion. Not only that, he's horny on big white guys that take steroids. Yeah, that's what I got against Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon don't know shit, man. His ass is fired. Fuck you, Vince, with your sweet and sour chicken ass. Dang, lay it again to the chat. What's up, Rob? What's up? Do I don't know how to pronounce that? Zequel? Nyquil? I don't even know how to pronounce that, dude. I'm fucking illiterate, man. Vince has jumped the shark way too many times. Exactly, David. Exactly. How is he racist? How the fuck isn't he racist? I just told you. It's 2019 and he just crowned the first ever WWE black champion. How's that not racist? How is that not racist? It's 2019 and he just now crowned the first WWE champion as a black person. How many times has he taken black people and made them stereotypical? Newsflash, Kofi Kingston's from Boston. Okay, he's not Jamaican. You know? He's from Boston. But nope, Vince McMahon's got to make him fucking racist. Oh, yeah, we got to do this stereotypical thing, man. Racist is a very accusatory word. Okay, and I'm fucking using it. He's fucking racist. He's fucking racist. I used it. There, I said it. I stand by it. Stand by me. To be fair, Vince hasn't allowed steroids within the company since the Benoit incident. So what the fuck does that have to do with him being racist? I said he's racist. I didn't say he was stupid. So, oh my God, he has a wellness policy. Good for fucking him. Dude, MVP should have won the title too. Booker T was the world champion. He was the world heavyweight champion. He wasn't the WWE champion. Everybody knows that the WWE champion is the top title. The world heavyweight champion is nothing but a second-hand title. Everybody knows that. So you can take that argument and shove it right up your candy ass. If you smell what Robert Storms is cooking, bitch. I didn't forget Booker. You twinkle toe cocksucker. I didn't forget Booker. I literally explained it. Do you need me to draw you a fucking picture? Here, I'll draw you a fucking picture. Here, let me draw you a fucking picture. Okay? I'll draw you a fucking picture. Okay? Let me draw your sweet and sour chicken ass a fucking picture. All right. Here we do. This is what we're doing. Yeah, Kofi Kingston was WWE champion this year. So this is the WWE title. WWE title. Okay? No black man has held that title until Kofi Kingston 2019. This is the World Heavyweight title. This is what we call the poor man's title. This is the title that we give people when we don't want to give them the WWE title. They gave Booker T that title. What they fucking do? What does it all mean, Basil? It means he's racist. It means he's fucking racist. So The Rock is no longer... He's half black. That don't count. That don't count. You know damn well. Don't be dancing around the fucking conversation trying to cover this shit up. Ooh, Vince McMahon can buy and sell AEW 10 times over. Good for fucking Vince McMahon. Guess what? His ratings is in the fucking toilet bowl. The Rock is half black, half Samoan. Okay? That does not count. I'm talking about full-on black brother, son. Vince McMahon is racist. And for the record, he's sexist too. Why are you so offended, Thor? Are you Vince McMahon's butt buddy? Do you go and blow him on the weekends? Do you have Vince McMahon's dick up your ass? Why are you so offended, man? Why are you so offended? Damn, son, don't you sad as these DCEU fangirls, son. Don't you be talking about my fucking Vince McMahon. I love that motherfucker. Man, I would suck his fucking dick. Really? Really? What about Roman Reigns? What about Roman Reigns? What does that have to do with anything, Alex? Roman Reigns, okay. Jesus, man. Fucking, Jesus, man. I can't even take people serious. I can't even take y'all twinkle toe cocksuckers serious, man. Y'all coming at me and I'm coming at you with facts and you guys still can't fucking take shit. You sure like talking gay shit. Well, you sure like talking dumb shit. Hey, my name is Thor and I'm fucking stupid and I keep trying to come up with ways to argue, but the stuff I'm talking about just doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm Thor, the Thunder God. Why am I fighting for black rights? I'm fucking whitey over here. And you guys are, I'm trying to sit here and be like, hey man, WWE doing black people dirty. And instead of people being on my side going, Rob, you know what, you're right. I'm being attacked. Doesn't mean Vince McMahon's racist? Okay, fine. Then it means Vince McMahon's a fucking idiot. How old are you? How old are you? How old are you, motherfucker? Coming at me talking shit. How old are you? What do you want me to say? It's more unfair than racist. All I know is, in the entire history of the WWE, if it takes you to 2019 to finally crown a black man as champion, what does that kind of sound like, man? What does that sound like? What's up, Marvin? Captain Marvin? Vince McMahon has to go. Thank you, Jordan. Someone knows what the hell they're talking about. Oh, Lord. It has begun. It's racist as shit. Thank you. How is Marvel racist too? Oh, God. Here we go with this shit. Marvel's racist too, Rob. Yes, we just gave Sam Wilson the fucking Captain America shield, but Marvel's racist too. Shut the fuck up, man. I think Vince hates people from Japan more than blacks. Vince doesn't like anybody unless you're a white, beefed up dude. That's just the facts, man. That's just the facts. Matt wrote me, bro, ignore these trolls. I can't ignore these trolls. These trolls are fucking stupid. But I got to get off here soon anyway. It's a little after 11. I want to play some Dragon Quest before I got to get up tomorrow. What's wrong with it? It's boring. Are you referring to me? Oh, I don't even know what the hell you guys are talking about. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a few more questions, then I'm going to go ahead and end it for the night. I got to get going. I'm going to play some Dragon Quest before I go to bed. So if you guys have, oh man, dude, you're lucky you get to go to the bar. If you guys want to go ahead and fire into some more questions, I'll go ahead and answer about 2 or 3 more, and I'm going to call it a night. Amber Moon was going to win the title, and she got her. I don't know who Amber Moon is. What was your favorite AEW match tonight? It was the women's match. It's tied between the women's match and the opening match. I liked both of them. I'm more leaning toward the women's match because I honestly didn't think they were going to go that route. Why am I covering wrestling? Well, this was just sort of like a spur of a moment sort of thing. I watched AEW because I was interested in it. I liked it, so I wanted to talk about it. Didn't expect to have 70 people watching at one point, so I might do this every Wednesday. But yeah. When's the next gaming video? I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna do one, to be honest with you. Not getting views. My Zelda video didn't do very well. I'm not gonna keep putting effort in the stuff and not get the views for it. So probably I'm not gonna be doing another one. Take a couple more. What's up, Robert Brown? I don't know who Ember Rose is. I don't know who that is anyway. Zelda was awesome, dude. I love that game. I beat it though. I'm done with it. So, yeah, every Wednesday would be awesome. Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty optimistic, because tonight was a pretty good turnout. I wasn't expecting that, so maybe I'll do it every Wednesday. I'm not sure, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I want to go ahead and play a little Dragon Quest before I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up early tomorrow. I got a lot of stuff to cover before I head to Halloween Horror Nights. But I want to thank everybody for coming out, checking out the AEW live stream discussion. That was different. I wasn't expecting that. Definitely wasn't expecting so many people to watch, so I appreciate that. So thank you all for coming out, checking out the live stream. I appreciate it. Everybody who gave super chat, thank you so much. As I said, you guys are the lifeline of the channel. I love each and every one of you guys. Trolls, y'all can keep on trolling. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion, guys. Good night, everybody.